So it's 2nd of July and I am ready to catch my flight. So what I did was I decided to go to Penang, to be honest, and the reason being though is because previously when I went to Malaysia, one of my friends told me to go to Penang, Langkawi and Kuala Lumpur, but I only went to Kuala Lumpur and Langkawi. So I was like, you know what, go to Penang for a couple of days before you go on this long holiday basically. And I was like, you know what, do that. So I had a couple of days over there. As soon as I got to Penang, I was like, I need to get a car because I enjoyed having a car in Langkawi, and Penang is quite similar in a way, but it's like kind of a chilled place. So I was like, you know what, I need to like drive about and like just to see things and actually just see it for myself. So I did that, and I did that as well because I wanted to fly my drone as well. So I found some decent spots to fly my drone and that, so I was nice really. Because of that, I just wanted just a chilled kind of time, you know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't there for long. I didn't want to get into the hostels and all that. I just wanted just to chill and just drive about, like I say. So Penang was good, you know, I really enjoyed it. But in all fairness, I was just excited about going to England because I'm gonna see my family and my friends. But also it's because I haven't told many people that I'm coming back. I told a couple of my cousins and a couple of my friends, whereas I didn't tell like my brothers, my sisters, my mum, my dad. I didn't tell them because I wanted to surprise them. So I did. Got to England, I stayed with my cousin for a bit and I chilled with him for the day, had a breakfast and that, and it was nice to see him and catch up. And then I went to Birmingham on the train, and then one of my cousins picked me up and then took me to my house, and she went in the house before I did, innit? And then I was saying like, yo, keep the latch on so I can just slide in it. But one of my siblings locked the door or something, innit? So next thing you know, like, I've just walked in, right, and these are just like, what? They couldn't believe what they could see, you know, cause they obviously just see me in it, but they didn't expect to see me. They thought I was still obviously in Australia, innit? So it was nice though, and I did that for actually some of my other friends as well, and seeing their reaction was so nice. Like it was such a refreshing feeling. So when you're away, obviously you're away in it, but when you go back to where you're from or see the people that you're like associated with or family with or friends with or whatever before, you generally get to see their natural reactions in a split milliseconds, you know. When they first glimpse and see you, you really get to see how much they really missed you, because it varied, honestly, I have to be real, it varied from people like, yo, what are you saying, is she good? Calm, chill, whatever. But then you got someone that's like sprinting from one side of a club or whatever just because they've seen you, and they're just like, oh, ish, whatever. Or like when I came into my family house, it was nice. And especially because like that's the longest I've actually been away. Like I've been away for like 3-4 months when I was in America, yeah, but I haven't stayed away from home for 11 months before. Like that's mad, I ain't done that. So obviously being able to see my family and that, it was good. On that trip I also had like a bit of a leaving do kind of thing. So I ended up telling all my family and my friends, like, if you haven't seen me or you want to see me before I leave, like come to this pub, innit? And then we're just chilling. So me and my family sorted out some food. Obviously people could have a drink, whatever. It was just a calm, nice settings, innit? And it was good to see my friends and my family before I ended up leaving again. By the way, I actually have footage of my family's reactions and my friends' reactions. However, I do think like it's quite like intimate as well. So it's like, I don't really want to be showing it off too tough, you get me? Like respectfully, like I'm quite selfish on that stuff. I'm like, you know what, I'd rather see it, and if you've seen it, you've seen it. If you haven't seen it, shout me, I'll show you. So bear this in mind, my friends actually didn't expect to see me in England, innit? So because they didn't expect to see me, now I'm actually going to Cyprus with them, you get me? Because we're going there, and then obviously we're going for a wedding. So it's like, because we're going there for a wedding and that, and I can actually go with my friends, it's a kind of a different kind of settings. Before they just thought they were gonna see me in Cyprus, whereas I was already chilling with them, you know what I mean? But then it got to a point where we was able to go to Cyprus, and when we got to Cyprus, it was a sick holiday. The way of life is just different, innit? Like I'm literally witnessing my friend getting married, innit? So it was like a really nice trip all in all. Like, I feel like Cyprus was sick, England was sick, Penang was sick. Like, I had a sick trip all in all. Like, it was so good. Time went like that as well. But I tell ya, trust me, the experience was quite life-changing in a way, because after that trip, it really made me evaluate like Australia in a way. Like, before like I came back to England, like I was thinking, yeah man, I'm gonna stay there, I'm gonna live there, blah blah blah. I was just like, you know what, yeah, like I really do miss my family and my friends, you know, like I really do. So I don't know how I'm gonna actually do this for the rest of my life, you know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, we'll see. That's how I just thought about it, to be fair. I was just like, just go through the experience that you're going through now and just see how it goes, innit? And then, so after Cyprus, I went through the maddest trip to get back to Perth. It was crazy. So I was so happy between going to Cyprus, England, and Penang. Whereas on the way from Cyprus to Perth, it's a story that I never thought was gonna happen to me, to be fair, but it raw did. And I actually recorded myself talking about this years ago, but I just didn't post it, to be fair. So in the next episode, I'm gonna watch it with yous lot in it, and then I'll comment on it. So yeah, that's on the next episode. So stay tuned and like, share, and subscribe, and yeah, stay tuned for that story, man, because it's mad. Trust me. In a bit.